It's the Rams and the Hawks under the lights on Sunday night.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to the Pacific Northwest, the home of the 12s, and they are in full roar as you get a look inside Lumen Field in Seattle.
Ahead will decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game as we've got a great one in store between the Los Angeles Rams and the Seattle Seahawks. Hello, everyone. As the postseason continues here on EA Sports, we're pleased to bring it to you. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And who has the edge here? You got one side that had some extra rest, but another comes in off a win last week in the wild card round.
And it's funny, depending on which team you are, you say that that's an advantage. You'll take the rest, you'll take the week off, get your guys healed up a little bit and ready to go. But that team that's coming in off of a win last week, they're really excited to keep playing. They feel like they are hot and ready to go.
The fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round. We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon.
And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25.
So out come the Rams now for their first possession. And trotting out there leading them is their fourth-year quarterback.
Any more than did his part in the wild card win with 3 touchdown passes. Now, he's going to get a bigger test here in round 2. But his unit is in rhythm, and they're playing as well as they have all year long. I wouldn't be surprised if this defense, though, tried to get after him early with a little extra pressure. If he can handle that, he can have another big...
He'll come out throwing here on first down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Well, it's a shuffle pass, and it's complete. It'll be a gain of 5. And now third down and 6 to go.
And they are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. He's got him in, complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A first down and then some, 36 yards.
Things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us for their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
Back to throw again. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
But yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go, and sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well drilled, well prepared, and excited to start this game.
The throw over the middle, taken in. Touchdown, L.A. A great effort there. 30 yards.
And the Rams are on the board first here in this division round matchup.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And the result for the Rams, a touchdown.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. So here come the Seahawks now for their first drive. And trotting out there, a guy who's established himself as a veteran in this league, now in his 5th year at quarterback.
And he and his team, they were the beneficiaries of a first-round bye earned by a tremendous regular season. He'd been a little bit nicked up, so he could use the rest. And I'm sure his teammates felt the exact same way. But now it'll be interesting to watch their first few drives in this one. Because sometimes getting the rest is great, but sometimes you accumulate a little bit of rust as well. Maybe they come out flat, and they can't afford that in the postseason.
A gain of 3, second down.
Well, that's just a pile of box. You kind of find out who's a tough. can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw here.
Throw out wide to Walker.
And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. 3rd and 7 now.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
To the sideline, he's got the catch, and he kept the feet in bounds. Well done.
His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They're going to look to throw.
He's going to have the hook up to Schwartz.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
This one completes Alec Pierce.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 33.
Yeah, boy, here's a sight you don't want to see. Ken Walker injured on that last play.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10, down at the 33. Now a handoff up the middle. Reed, and he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
On 2nd down now, it's Reed. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Not a big run, not an explosive run, but they've held the ball for plenty of plays on this drive. They're just trying to impose their will on the defense right now.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
He finds Pierce. It's complete.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 16. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle.
Anthony Schwartz.
A 16-yard touchdown.
And the Seahawks are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own.
Personally, for him, a great opening drive. He had 3 catches, including the touchdown.
That felt like tremendous scouting, great film watching, and creating a game plan to start this off. Not only to get him involved, but to send a message to the defense. You get a lot to handle in this one.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field.
And for them, maybe a little carryover from last week's game. They got the win on the road in the wild card round, on the road here again in the divisional round, but they're hanging tough.
Hey, cue a little music, right? Well, they're on the road again. I mean, this has been kind of the mantra they're under right now, and they can't change it. The season dictated what would happen with them, right? They had to go on the road for the first round of the playoff. They're on the road again, and sometimes teams get really comfortable with that. Not only the idea of going on the road and shocking the world, but just, hey, it's just us. We don't have to worry about outside distractions. It's just us. Let's go play.
It becomes that us against the world mentality, doesn't it?
The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go.
They'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
Finding space at the 40.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we could at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. He's going to air one out. And that is incomplete.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Gibson here running out of the gun.
And he's going to get this pretty close to a 1st down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks' 43-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first.
On 1st down, they stick with Singletary.
And some room to maneuver.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of 34.
That was excellent from start to finish, from the blocking to the running, just well executed.
And now let's look ahead, because after that, how about a little play action, maybe a little bootleg, and get the quarterback out on the corner and give him a little run pass option.
And they're right down here looking for 6.
They run here with Singletary, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw it for a loss.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He shakes him off. It'll be a loss of 15 on the play. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal. He'll look to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Call it a loss of 8 there, and it's going to lead to a 4th down. 4th and goal.
Koo knocks this one through the post.
And they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Their quarterback in this offense heading back out to the field. He hit on all 6 of his passes on that opening drive, including the final throw for a touchdown, as his guys start here 1st and 10. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. On second down, it's Walker. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try for the first with Walker.
He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. And this one is no good. He missed it. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3.
Wow, partner, it's almost a little jarring to see a holder set up on the other side of midfield. I haven't brought out my binoculars to make sure on that one. That is showing an awful lot of confidence in a kicker to try and hit from 61 yards, and this one winds up no good.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as he'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Back to throw now on first down. Throwing left side, it's complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. He'll look to throw. And he wisely will throw that one away.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Again, he'll drop to throw. This is caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal. They'll look to run with Singletary. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he'll wind up being knocked back to the 3-yard line. They tried to let the fullback pound it in between the tackles, but he stopped up short. And the Seahawks able to come up with a goal line stand. And defensively, they were ready for that, a full-on blitz on 4th down, and they stop him short of the marker.
Oh, and someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it just.
He's got a man, complete. Past the 20, and all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf. In the final seconds of the first half. And the Seahawks have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
Well, someone has a sense of the dramatic here, don't they? Scoring this late in the half to take the lead going into the locker room.
Now they just don't want to misstep misfortune on the next kickoff because there's still a little bit of time left on that clock.
Yeah, you do have to bring that up, don't you? In the NFL, every play is critical. And if you give up something cheap there, all that advantage they just gained goes right out the window.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And the lead is now 14-10.
work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And with only 9 seconds remaining, with not much time, we'll see how they play this.
A first down run, not going to get them a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there, so that'll bring up 2nd and 9.
Well, look around the NFL. We'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the third quarter.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Seahawk offense set to go to begin this third quarter. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But they run it more effectively, they make it even bigger plays in the passing game.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1.
On 3rd down, here's Walker.
And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have ended up to
3 plays, 3 short runs brought together, first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
They'll look to throw here on first down.
Throw left side, there's Schwartz with it.
And he'll go out of bounds, it appears, right at the 45.
Coming up on 2nd and 7.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
And going right back to Walker. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. Give him the 3rd down conversion. 5 yards on the play. On first down, he'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Straight ahead, Walker. And some nice running, going to get him down close to a first down at the Rams' 37.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
He's got his tight end. It's Albert Okwuegbunam.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams 21. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Now to the ground. Here's Walker.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
60 yards rushing for him now to this point.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
He'll drop to throw.
Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And the Seahawks are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look, and he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. A great play there. Scoring on the sneak from a yard out.
And the Seahawks take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
They make their second half debut here. Things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, then next
1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And it's going to be third down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14.
Crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And it's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up 4th. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's going to float this one deep right side.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And this one not officially in the bag, but it's looking more and more like you and I are going to be in these same seats next week for a game to go to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, and it's contrary to our meeting with the visitors, wasn't it? Remember when we went over to the hotel before the game, and one of the themes they kept hitting us with was Let's put the pressure on the #1 seed and see if they can handle it. Let's do that. Well, they're the #1 seed for a reason. Best team all year long. They're showing it again in this game.
Here's Walker. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Option play, and they'll give to Walker. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Seahawks are moving closer to a date now in the NFC Championship game as they're able to extend this 4th quarter lead. Here's Bass now for the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. So that drive for 4 plays. And it's DK Metcalf who finishes things off with a touchdown reception. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to throw. He's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They'll look to throw. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
Oh, you can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 16. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And they will advance this across midfield, but still well shy of a first as he's tackled at the 47. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. That's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th. And we've seen them do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, But they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They'll look to throw here.
And the pressure gets there. He'll go down. It's a sack. And it is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning.
So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. Now here's Michael Dixon. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line.
L.A. readies for its next possession. Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the 4th quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. They'll set up a throw.
That's going to be caught along the sideline, and what a job of keeping his feet in bounds. They say that's a catch.
3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now back to throw. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Tariq Woolen picks it.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
This has just really been a solid second half from them, CD, as they add another touchdown to the lead, and they start to pull away in what was once a close ball game.
Yeah, they actually put the Jets on in this one, didn't they? Put a little cherry on top of that touchdown. Now he's got to play out this final minute, and they'll get a chance to celebrate a very hard-earned victory.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And they open the lead up now to 25. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. L.A. set to take over again on offense. CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on and get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And now we've got a 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he is going to have a Rams first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to throw again. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Pass interference. Defense.
So they'll, of course, decline the pass interference there and wisely take the yardage.
And I think defensively he's saying, I was getting away with that in the first half. Why are you making that call now? But to me, that one was pretty easy to see. I don't understand what he's upset about. I think it was the correct call.
They'll look to throw again. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone. And did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
And this is caught. Touchdown.
Michael Gallup, 34 yards. And the Rams are able to cut into that deficit.
Koo able to connect on the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles.
Fields it right around the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
They go down to a knee, and with that, they're off to the NFC title game. So they stay alive in the NFL playoffs, move on to the conference championship. And do you think that the printing press is starting to get those T-shirts and hats ready, my friend?
They have to, Brandon. They have to be ready because if you win, you've got to hand those out on the field right away. And just think about the pressure for the players now. Families are going to be talking about tickets to the Super Bowl even before you play the conference championship game.